Hey everybody, Paul Canfield of Copper Key Realty and Waterfront coming back to you again. One of the 16,482 points to make a difference when you are buying or selling real estate. And my last video, I talked about open houses and if they're worthwhile or an old-fashioned idea and all that. But now I thought I'd do nothing instructive, just have a funny story. So one time years ago, I was going to do an open house on a new listing, and our realtor association had just issued out new lock boxes for everybody. Lock boxes, you know, thing that has your front door key hanging on your front doorknob. And so the whole association, everybody had these brand new electronic lock boxes. So I get to the open house, I'm wearing a full suit. It's a Saturday morning and beautiful day. And there must have been probably 8-10 people in the driveway waiting to get in. And I get there and the lockbox doesn't work. Can't get the darn thing open. So, I try all the things, calling the tech helpline for the lockbox company, and they weren't open on Saturday mornings in the time. This was a long time ago. And then I tried all the guy things, jiggle it, maybe a little WD-40, bang it on the blacktop on the driveway. None of that worked. So then me, with the help of all the people standing around, we tried to find an open window in the house. So finally we found one of the small basement windows, the ones that it's only like maybe 18 inches tall and a couple feet wide, that type of thing. And somehow I managed to squeeze through that and then get into the house and unlock the door and all that stuff. And the lady that owned it, she was out of town that weekend up at a cabin, and the open house was fine, but didn't have anything interesting to talk about. So I thought, well, I'll tell her about the fact that the lockbox didn't open and I had to crawl in the window. I got to just tell her that on Monday when she's back. And here Sunday night, she called me up and she goes, "Oh my gosh, somebody broke into my house." I said, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, old guy neighbor across the way, he keeps an eye on things, and he said that on Saturday morning, somebody crawled in the basement window." I said, "Well, did your neighbor tell you that the guy crawling in the window was in a full suit, and he looked like the picture of the guy on the real estate sign in the driveway, and that there was 10 other people standing around, and that after that person broke into your house, that they let everybody else in and hung around for an hour? Did he tell you any of that?" He said, "Yeah, no, he left that part out." So anyway, I'm glad for those people that have neighbors that keep an eye on houses. And just take things with a grain of salt if you hear about them when there's showings. See you at the next one.